Hi guys, welcome to the Cardivox Academy channel. My name is Verona. I am the singing teacher here at the Cardivox Academy, and today I'm going to discover another song from the Ayreon universe, and I'm really excited because it's a power trio from three queens and two that I never heard of. Of course, there is Floor Jansen that I know from Nightwish and that I adore. And then let me get my spelling right. So we also have Marcela Bovio, and I'm going to hear also Anneke van Giersbergen. I hope I pronounce it not too bad. So I'm just going to call her Anneke. Is it okay with you? I hope so. So a little about me if it's your first video on the channel. Well, I am a singer, songwriter from Montreal, Canada. That's the little accent that you hear, and sometimes my French brain just like happens, and it's part of the charm. And I'm also a vocal coach since I'm 17 years old. So it's been almost 14 years. And I'm loving it. I've been with the Cardivox Academy for a year doing these YouTube vocal analysis, and it's been really fun. I'm discovering so much music, and so far I really love the symphonic metal, and I did a couple of songs from the Ayreon universe with it's always with different singers, and so far it's always been amazing. So yeah, let's just get to it. So, by the way, don't get frustrated. Don't get mad at me. I'm going to pause. I'm going to analyze what I'm hearing. That's part of how we do these reaction vocal analysis videos. So I hope you're going to learn a thing or two about my favorite subject, vocal technique, and sometimes a little bit of music theory, sometimes a little bit of music production. But I think in this case, it's going to be more about vocal techniques because we actually have three singers. Okay, let's get started. I'm gonna pause here already because I already have so much to tell. Wow, three different voices, beautiful and very distinct. I mean, of course, I haven't heard much of Marcela's voice because she's doing the harmony for Anneke and Floor. But let's compare Anneke and Floor. Their voices are so different, even though they were in the same register. They were singing basically the same notes, same melody. Anneke's voice, she starts first in her head voice and then goes into her talking, what we call the chest voice. However, her head voice has a lot of twang, and it's not breathy. It's not really, no, I don't think it's breathy. Let's hear it again. My journey's over. I'm standing on the end. So she flips. I'm standing on the end. It's a little high for me. I'm an alto. But it's really, I'm standing on the end. Like my head voice has a tendency to be much breathier because I'm from a pop background, and I just love that kind of R&B head voice. But her head voice is really mixed. So she has a lot of power, even though she doesn't push. Okay, it's not like classical opera singing voices. But yeah, so what I'm hearing, she has a higher larynx. So instead of she doesn't have kind of that operatic low larynx. and not really centered. It's, yeah, a little higher than the average of larynxes, I would say. But maybe that's her average. It's all good. We all have our larynx placement that we naturally do. But yeah, it's really the twang that I'm hearing in her voice. Her voice really pierces the mix. Like, and then we have Floor. I don't know if you noticed it, but her voice is less piercing. She has less twang in her tone. It's not, doesn't determine how good and bad. It's just, twang is just like salt. I'm always saying this, but it's like, do you like your fries with a lot of salt or with just a little bit of salt? So it's like, it doesn't matter. It's all, they both can be really good, and it's all a question of taste. And I heard her have more twang, like when she belts and she gets louder. But in here, she really kind of she has that soft head voice, not really twangy, not breathy. It's kind of an, my will is broken. It's the end of all my dreams. So she kind of keeps it for her, and it's really easy to come back to your talking voice with this placement. So I'm in my head voice, and then I'm in my chest. But because I have a high soft palate, a little lower larynx, and a tilted thyroid cartilage, it's the same placement as when you cry. It kind of reminds me of the soft voice that Emily in Evanescence has also. Love this placement. I have a easier time. It's easier for me to kind of explain this placement because it's a placement that I really love. Not that I don't love an Anneke placement. It's just I don't use it that much personally. But I have a lot of students who like that, and I know how to coach it. And yeah, so it's really different. They're in the same register, but they don't project as much. So I guess it's going to be similar throughout the song. So just pay attention to those two tones. Marcela's voice that is doing the lower harmony, I have to hear it again. Okay, so I'll hear that again. Let's go back to the beginning and I'll get a little further, okay? Gotta say, beautiful high harmony from Marcela. She was doing the lower harmony and then just went above Floor's voice. Beautiful. So I hope you noticed the twang thing. Let me know in the comments if it's clear for you. Maybe I could do another video explaining it a little bit more. Yeah, we really heard how Floor is using the cry to place her voice. She even exaggerated it on one word. Of course, it brings the emotion, but like technically, it actually also helps. It's not, so it's kind of a 2-for-1. It helps the interpretation and it gives chills to the audience, but at the same time, it kind of helps the singer just to stay in the placement. Yeah, beautiful. So I think it's pretty obvious how like the twang level of the two lead singers are really different. I thought I would hear Marcela alone, maybe in that second verse, but I guess she's kind of the chorus. No, how do we say that? Choriste in French? She's the back vocalist. French brain. Again. So she's the back vocalist for the two main ladies, I guess. And about her voice, okay, she's doing a lower harmony, and she's using her chest voice. It could be very easy for her to overpower it and kind of steal the 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 shine, voler la vedette in French. So steal the thunder, I think, in English, of the lead singer, because it's probably in her comfortable range and she could push way more. She could add some twang to pierce through the mix, but she doesn't. So she kind of has a similar placement as Floor. So really, really kind of crying, and it makes your sound so soft that it just blends with any voices that you could sing with. So yeah, the back vocalists, they use a lot that placement so that they can blend really easily with the lead singer. Yeah, when I say blend, it's just that they kind of, being a back vocalist is a very hard job. I feel it's even harder than being the lead, because you need to follow the lead. So the rhythm, how the lead is pronouncing each word, you have to be glued to the exact same rhythm of the pronunciation, and you have to kind of make a tone in your voice that's going to make the lead pop. So she has the perfect tone because she really helps the two other singers have their voice pops out. So it's very beautiful. I love a good lower harmony. And also when she goes back up at the end with Floor, she still doesn't steal the thunder. It could be so easy to just sing super loud, super belty, and just steal the show, you know? She's like, hey, by the way, I'm here. Ah! But no, she doesn't. She's really there to just amplifying the lead. Okay? So I love that. No ego, you know? Humble. Very perfect. And a nice operatic inspired head voice with a fast vibrato. Love it. Okay, that was the perfect example on how twang makes really the sound project more, even if it's not louder. Like it doesn't mean that like if we were to record the three singers, I don't think Anneka's voice would be really much louder. But did you notice how piercing her sound was compared to the two others? And it's all good. I love the three tones. It's just very different. I feel Marcela and Floor has a tone that's more in the same category of voice placement, but Anneke has like another thing going on. She, at one point, she was making me think of Dolly Parton a little bit. I love Dolly, but yeah. Like really bright, really twangy. And if you're looking for projection without pushing, that's the way to go. That's the way to go. I don't know if you noticed, but when it was Marcela and Floor, of course we noticed that Floor has the lead, but it was less obvious in my sense. Like they could be really a duet. But when it was Anneke and Marcela, it was obvious that it was Anneka's that was the lead. Maybe because in my notes, I got that information from my team that she was the originator of the role. Maybe that's why she just has that vibe to the role, and she's the lead. She's the lead, you know. So twangy, like really, like the journey's over. Yeah, the journey's over. And if I remove or kind of put less twang and more the crying, please. My journey's over. You see the difference? Both kind of ask the same energy out of me. Okay, the twangy one or the softer one, they both have to be supported, but not in the same way. So yeah, very, very beautiful. It's a short one. Huh? I would have taken like 5 minutes of this trio with the flute. It was so beautiful. Yeah, I loved it. So about the tone of Marcela and Floor, what I'm hearing from their tone is that both of them have super retracted false vocal cords. So false vocal cord is the cartilage right above your vocal cords. And when you talk, like let's say kind of a talking robotic voice, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that tone is with centered false vocal cords. And when I contract them together, that's when I get my grit. Okay, so it's like lifting something really heavy. You know, you're helping a friend moving, and you're just like, you have the fridge in your hands and you're in the stairs, like, Okay, so this sound would be with contracted false vocal cords. So retracted. They're really far from each other. But fun story, it's that false vocal cords alone are just able to be centered or contracted. So if you want to retract them, which I teach mostly in my lessons because we want clean vocals, usually. If you take lessons with me, it's for clean vocals. If you take lessons with Mark, it's for harsh vocals. He's going to make you contract them. I'm going to make you retract them. So it's a good skill to be able to do both movements. So yes, the sound of Floor and Marcela is really, really retracted. If I was doing my videos with a retracted voice, I would sound like a radio host. Welcome to jazz radio. So today, there's a couple of coaches out there, I'm not going to name anybody, who speaks with that. I feel like I'm not myself when I speak like that because I'm kind of, I don't know. It would be a little too much acted if I were to speak like that in my videos. But let me know if you prefer my retracted false vocal cord placement when I speak too. My speech therapist would be really happy if I were to speak like that all the time because it's so much healthier. Okay. Oh my god. But yeah, so this is the retracted placement, this is the centered placement, and this is the contracted placement. Yeah, I hope kind of there's no one in that is really that is contracted, by the way. I'm not sure about Anneke. If she's centered, she's probably a little retracted because most of clean singers, we retracted at least a little bit just for comfort. But yeah, so the Floor's placement, the Marcela's placement is really retracted. And also a lower larynx, which kind of gives like, it reminds me of the yawning placement. I'm not just yawning because I'm tired. I'm just want to make you yawn so you kind of feel what's happening in your throat. When we yawn, everything opens. So that's a placement that we really love in clean singing because everything's opened. But yeah, Anneka's is not as open. She has a higher larynx. Even I would say, I think her soft palate is also centered a little bit compared to Marcela and Floor, that I really feel it's high lifted. So yeah, but besides the vocal technique, beautiful song. It's so pretty. Oh my god, it just makes me want to go buy this medieval dress that I've always dreamed of. When I was a kid, I was really into that, and now discovering the Aryan universe kind of brings me back to my inner child, and I just want the beautiful medieval dress. Okay, so that's it for me. Thank you for your suggestion, because this was a suggestions from a lot of you in our comments. And let me know in the comments what I should cover next in the symphonic metal world. And yeah, so talk to you soon. And if you want to have singing lessons, well, I have a couple of spots left. So just click on the link below and you're going to have all the information. All right. Ciao.